Yo, what up? It's JSF, and I want to talk about Omni-Man, but not for the reasons that y'all think. But I do got to get one thing out of the way initially, because I know a lot of people like myself have been wondering when the hell is Omni-Man coming out for Mortal Kombat 1? When are we playing this character? I think the character looks cool, but we haven't seen a full trailer, and I'm more hoping that we get a real patch with Omni-Man. I don't think we will, because we just got a patch, which is sort of a balanced patch, so I don't think we will. But we do know when Omni-Man's release date is, so I do want to show y'all that first. I don't want to hold y'all up with the rest of the shit I want to talk about. So first things first, this is posted on Twitter by the Thinny. If you know about data mining and breaking news about Mortal Kombat, you're familiar with this dude. And this was seen on, I guess, the PlayStation Portal or something. And it says Mortal Kombat 1 Combat Pack, Omni-Man Early Access, November 6th. Why this is important is because, well, one, it's the date, but two, the reason that it's more reputable is because there was a PlayStation leak already a few weeks ago that had release dates for every character: Quan Chi, Ermac, Homelander, Takeda. And then when NetherRealm put out the Omni-Man press release or whatever it was for the teaser trailer, it had like windows. It was like Ermac in spring 2024, Quan Chi winter 2023. Like, it was like that, and it was like, that kind of goes along with the leak, but this 100% confirms it. So November 6th, Omni-Man will be playable in Mortal Kombat 1, and yay, that's cool. Clap it up for that. But more importantly, this is, in my opinion, this is like the last straw for Mortal Kombat 1. Like, Omni-Man is like the final hope for this game. And not just because he's him as a character. It's not like, oh, Omni-Man is going to save the game because he's super sick. I mean, the patch coming with Omni-Man, like, at that point, and it's in 2 weeks, right? And makes me wonder why they rushed this patch out right after ECT when they could have just waited and put it out with Omni-Man, which is what I thought they were going to do. But this is the patch I'm waiting for to see if the game is worth continuing, right? And I'm not going to say I'm going to never play the game. I love Mortal Kombat. I've always played Mortal Kombat for my entire life. So I mean, to say that I'm never going to play it is silly. Plus, Ermac is going to come out next year. So I'm going to play the game when Ermac comes out. I'm going to check out that character. I love that character, right? So there's that. But this will determine whether this game's future. Is this game gonna be good? Is this game gonna get fixed? Or is it gonna just be a shit game? Because it's still a shit game. I'm gonna just spoil it here. Post-patch, this game still sucks. It's not good. It's still very fucked up. It's very buggy. I don't know if you guys have seen some of the bugs. There's new bugs, right? Like the Sub-Zero Ice Clone bug. That's obviously a bug. Like, characters clipping through the floor. Like, I don't know if you've seen the clip on Twitter of General Shao in a match and he just falling through the floor throughout the match. That actually happened to me online in Combat League in a real match, and I was not playing Shao. I was playing Katana. So it's a very real thing. I don't know what triggers it. It happened in a real match, and it's just funny because, like, you would think, like, they put out this patch, right? They put out this patch that is addressing a lot of bugs, a lot of issues, a lot of stuff like that. And you think, oh, cool, they're fixing the game, and then just to have way more bugs. And the thing is, the issue isn't that the game has some bugs in it, right? No video game is perfect. A lot of games released with some kind of bugs, some kind of inconsistencies, and that's why patches roll out with games, right? Other than DLC. But games get patched, they get checked, they get updates. Sometimes they're little things. It's just the amount of shit, the amount of issues in it at a certain point. Like, people are like just gonna say, oh, the game was rushed. How the fuck do you rush a game when you have twice the normal amount of time to make it? And I don't want to regurgitate the same information, but I'm just saying. My point is, with this Omni-Man patch, because there has to be a patch if you're putting a new character in a game, right? Obviously, there's bugs that need to be addressed. But if they don't fix the game itself, I don't think it's going to matter, right? I think people who bought the game are, like, the game sold. I'm sure it sold decently well. But the people who bought the game, for the most part, you see a lot of negative comments about it. I have not seen this many negative comments about a new NRS game ever, right? Never. And sure, it's sold, people are playing it, but people are not playing it more than Street Fighter. People are not playing it more than other games, right? Like, other games are getting played more than this. And it's sad that, like, even though ECT happened and that shit was cool, everybody who watched ECT was like, this game needs a patch. Everybody. And it's just not like that with other games. With Street Fighter, it wasn't like that. Like, with Tekken, with no other fighting games, for the most part, I don't want to say ever, but in recent memory, it's like 3-4 weeks into the game being out, we're at the first tournament, we're not like, this is horrible, this needs a patch. And that's why the patch rolled out so quickly, and why, you know, Cyrax got hit the way he did, Baraka got hit the way he did. And that was a knee-jerk patch. I can tell it was a knee-jerk patch because of what they did and what they didn't do. And that's why I'm saying this Omni-Man patch is going to be the big one. This is like the final straw for the game. Because if you don't, like, like, butchering, I'm not going to say butchering, but nerfing Cyrax and nerfing Baraka, slightly nerfing Raiden and all that, but not touching Johnny Cage at all is insanity. Like, it's a clear sign that you don't know what you're doing. It's a clear sign that it's a knee-jerk reaction. Like, it's because it wasn't like it was any weaker than what they had. It's the same level of strength, if not stronger. It's just, they're worried about the optics of their game. If their game looks like Raiden Storm Cell into Cyrax spin over and over again, they're like, oh, this looks bad, let's change that. But they're not fixing the actual problem with the game. And you could argue it's like, oh, they're just doing this because they have another patch down the line. They're just getting rid of the super broken shit, getting rid of the buggy shit, the infinites. So the real patch is coming later. And it's like, okay, cool. Totally down with that. But if this Omni-Man patch doesn't have the gameplay changes that are needed, if it doesn't have buffs for certain characters and cameos, if it doesn't you know, fix the netcode needs to be fixed. The netcode is horrible. This game has like delay-based netcode or some shit, and nobody's talking about it. This shit does not feel like rollback. Like, nobody's talking about it, but the netcode in this game is horrible. If that doesn't get fixed, if it doesn't fix shit, man, the matchmaking and ranked, like, why is 100 ping Wi-Fi the first match I get when I queue into ranked 90% of the time? Like, come on, like, don't tell me there's not enough players for me to play. Like, that's just not the truth, you know what I mean? It's a lot of things, and I think they're trying to fix some of the stuff in Invasions and shit. So I'm not even gonna get into the single player stuff that needs to get fixed. We know Invasion sucks, and they just added some changes to it. So next season we'll see if that's better. But yeah, my point in making this video is to tell y'all Omni-Man is coming in less than 2 weeks, and they still don't have an official date out. I guess that teaser trailer is all we're getting because the character's dropping in less than 2 weeks, and I think that's hilarious. But yeah, to me, this is the final straw for the game. If this patch with Omni-Man isn't a huge overhaul where they like change a lot of shit, I think this game is just gonna fizzle out fast. I think within less than a year, like by next summer maybe. Well, maybe it'll survive until Final Combat and Evo. Maybe it'll survive until there. But then after that, I think the game's going to be dead. There will be no interest in the game other than the people who are playing it, right? Like, people who are running tournaments or MK11, like, when the game is dead as fuck. And some people like watching it, and that's cool. But it'll be a glorified Discord fighter. Now, Mortal Kombat's too popular of an IP to ever really be a Discord fighter. But I say glorified Discord fighter because it won't be like a very, very active community. There won't be excitement about the game. There won't be a ton of viewership. Like, it'll be looked down upon in FGC. And even though it might sell well, I think this game will be looked at as like, the early reviews are really good. Like the pre-release reviews, IGN and all that shit, right? But I think if this game got reviewed a month after release, all those reviews would go down to like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. Every single one. And I think if it's looked at retroactively, it's gonna get looked at as a failure. Like, maybe not a commercial failure, and maybe not even a critical failure, right? Because the reviews were high when it came out. But the reputation of this game is gonna be fucking completely soured if they don't fix it. And I think now is the only time. But let me know what y'all think. Do y'all agree? Do y'all disagree? Do y'all think we can wait for like 3 more months for a patch to fix the game? I really don't think so. I think people are losing patience with this game, and neither am already. I know I am. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. Leave some comments, like, and sub. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Y'all stay safe. JSF, I'm out. Peace.